Hello, welcome to chapter 16, Bootstrap Glyphicons, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn how to use Glyphicons with the Bootstrap. And before jumping into the session, let us understand what do you mean by Glyphicon. In the sense, if we want to add some icons to a web page, then Bootstrap is going to provide me a set of icons, and those set of icons, they are called Glyphicons. Okay, I repeat, in my web page, if I need to add some icons, then Bootstrap is going to provide me a group of icons, and they are called Glyphicons. And currently there are around 250 Glyphicons present, and you can make use of it. And Glyphicons are font based. Their color and size automatically adjust to the element color and size on which it is being used. I hope you'll not understand this sentence right now, but I assure you that when I code in Visual Studio, I'll make you understand this sentence perfectly. Okay, now let me jump to the next part, that is where to find the glyph icons. Then I'm interested to work with these glyph icons. Then where do I get them? You can get the glyph icons visiting this URL, that is http://getbootstrap.com/components/glyph-icons. Currently I've opened this URL in my web page, and this is the URL where you have to visit to work with the glyph icons. And as I said, there are 250 glyph icons present here. Okay, you can observe here there are 250 glyph icons present right now, and you can make use of all these icons in your web page. In the sense, if I want a search icon in my web page, then I have to call the text present here. And how do I call it? I'll show you when I code in Visual Studio. Right now let me jump back to presentation, and I have some demos or tasks to be done. The first and foremost task is I want to display a search icon. In the sense, I want to display a search icon on a button element. Okay, now where do I want to display that search icon? On the button element. So what I'll do is I'll jump back to my Visual Studio, and here I'll create a button first, and to that button I'll add a search icon. Okay, before starting with the code, what I would like to tell you is this is an empty web project. I'm having a Bootstrap reference, and also keep in mind, if you're working with the glyph icons, you need the help of this Bootstrap min.js and also the JQuery min.js. Okay, so I've added these necessary files right now, and now let us start with the coding. Now my objective is I want to add a button with the search icon. So what I'll do is first I'll add one div. To that div, let me add a class called container, and inside this container let me add a button. Fine. Okay, now let me add some break lines just to make the content come down. Okay, now I've added a button, and the content to that value to that button is search. Now when I push this page to the browser, let us see how it's going to render there. Fine. Now it's opening this page on the browser and looks like this. Okay, this is the search button. Now to this search button, what I need to add is I want to add this icon, that is search icon. How do I add it in this button? It's very simple. What I need to do is I want to call this class. This is the class of a glyph icon search, that is glyph icon -search. I want to call this class within a span element within the button. So how do I do that? What I have to do is I have to come here, and I have to add one element here, that is inline element span. Okay, to this span element I want to add a class, and to that class what I need to do is I want to call this class present here. The class is, if I want this icon on my web page, okay, then I need to call this class. This is the class name of a search. So I'll copy this, and I'll come back to my code, and I'll place it here. Now you can observe I've used a class called class glyphicon search. Okay, now let me go back to my browser and let me refresh. Let me see how I'll get a search icon. You can observe here I'm getting a search icon next to this search text. Okay, this is how you add a search icon to your web page. In the sense, you do a button. Okay, now let me make you understand the other important point, as I forgot to tell you earlier. The important point is this one: glyph icons are font based. I repeat, glyph icons are font based. Their color and size automatically adjust to the element color and size on which it is being used. In the sense, glyph icons are font based. Their color and size depends on the element where they are present. Okay, now this glyph icon is present in the span, and span is present in the button. Okay, now if I write some styles to this button, and that styles are going to affect this glyph icon, because glyph icons are font based and their size and color depends on the style whatever you write to the button where it is present. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll add some button classes as we learned in the earlier sessions, that is button and button primary. Keep in mind, button primary is going to give me the blue color background or sky blue background, and yeah, now you can observe here our icon color is black, but when I add that class button and button primary, this icon color turns to white. In the sense Glyph icons are font based. Their color and size automatically adjust to the element color and size on which it is being used, so that it is going to affect here. You can observe here the color of the icon changed to white. Why? Because to this button I'm adding a class called button and button primary that is affecting this button. In turn, it's affecting the glyph icon also. Okay, that's the meaning of that sentence. Okay, I've completed my task 1, that is I need to display a cloud download icon from a button element. The next task is I want to display a download icon on a button element. How do I do that? It's very simple. First and foremost is I want to take one, let me add one break line. I want to take a button. To the button I want to add a content called download. Okay, now let me add a span element. To that span let me add a class called, okay, to that button I want to add this which icon, that is download icon. So I'll go back to my page, and this glyph icon page, I want to see where the download icon is present. Okay, the download icon, it's present here. That is the class I want to copy. How do I copy it? Very simple. Copy this text present here. This is the class of that cloud download. Okay, we can do in this manner also. I'll show you the other way how to get this class in the Visual Studio itself. It's very simple. What we have to add is, first we need to add a glyph icon class. Okay, then we need to add the class like which icon we need. We need right now the download icon. So glyph icon hyphen download. Okay, you can observe here I'm having a glyph icon class added and also the icon which I need, glyph icon download. Okay, now when before that let me add some of the button classes such that it look good. btn, let me add a success such that it looks green, and let me come back and let me refresh the page. This is how it looks. You can observe here this is a download button with the download icon. Okay, how did I got that? I got that using this class, that is span class. Okay, now I said you the important point, that is the size color we have shown, but we have not seen the size. Now let us see the size also, how the glyph icon size varies with the element present in it. It's very simple. To this I'll add a button large, and to this also let me add a button small. Let me see how it looks there. You can observe here to this button I have added a button large class, and it is affecting the glyph icon also. It is increasing the size of the glyph icon. To this I have added extra small, that is small, so the size of the font, text font as well as the icon also increased. Okay, I hope you understood the meaning of this sentence. Okay, and successfully we have completed both the tasks what we have taken, and this is how you'll add a glyph icon to your web page. And finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training, and you can also like our Facebook page visiting these URLs. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference you can visit our websites, and we are on LinkedIn too. And please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you.